there crafters, it's Louise with you and welcome to my second project for Kitaholic Kits and the October kit. Now for this page I have combined a couple of the kits and I've also added a little bit of mixed media in the background, so nothing too technical, but what I want to do is talk you through the process of how I ended up with this page. So the first thing I did was decided on a background paper. Now in the kit there's the sticker sheet that has the fabulous little mix master and cooking utensils, and I knew that I had the perfect photos in these ones of Master Cooper licking the beater, and I just love the way his face looks and how he's got chocolate cake mix on his nose. So that was sort of the inspiration that led me to this layout. And what I'm doing is firstly just deciding how I'm going to build interest around my photo. So picking out elements from the collection that are going to suit the type of layout that I want to build. Now I didn't go into this with green as an initial colour scheme, but Master Cooper loves green. That is his favourite colour. So when I started to dig through this collection and spotted some of the green elements, I really just had to make it all about green. So that's the way that I got to this particular layout, and you'll see that it sort of does adapt as I move through the project. I'm looking at the moment at these two sort of areas of interest in that top left corner and the bottom right hand corner. Now sometimes I find it tricky to use pink on a boy's page, and it's not because I don't like pink. It's not because I feel like pink should be all about girls. I just would prefer to use other colours. I'm really more about turquoise. But in this case, I've made an exception, and the main reason for that exception is the Mixmaster is pink. So to be able to use this on my layout, I wanted to make sure that it sort of blended and it didn't really stick out. So I've used a couple of other elements from the sticker sheet, and those are pink, including that pink little bow. That's also just to lift the page a little bit and not make it so green. So remember that with scrapbooking there are no hard or fast rules. You do what suits you. And for me, the way I think about it is that I will sometimes keep a scrapbook layout for myself. Sometimes I will give it to the boys when they grow up and they show more interest. They will get to pick the pages that they like. But one of the things that I've noticed is flicking through an album of completed layouts. If it's a boys' album, I tend to have a lot of blue, a lot of yellow, a lot of green, a lot of turquoise. There's not a lot of pink. So I do try occasionally to make a pink layout, make a purple layout, put some orange in there, all those colours that are typically non-boy. Same with the flowers too. I don't use flowers all the time, but I try, because for me, the scrapbooking is about the art. It's not so much what is going to happen with the page. You know, if my kids don't want the pages, that doesn't bother me in the slightest, because at the end of the day, I've had a good time creating. And that's what I enjoy about this hobby. So now that I've gone off on my little tangent there, I started talking about pink on pages and the things that I like to do. You can see that I've added just some glitter paste in the background. I'm trimming some elements. I've got that little strip of green at the bottom. I tried to put that leaf element in there, but it really just was not working. So I do end up leaving it off and embellishing the page slightly differently, but the principle is the same. All I'm really doing is building the page from the background paper, then I'll add a mixed media element, then I'll add items behind the photo, and then photo title journaling from there. So I know that a lot of people struggle with the embellishing part of a layout. I actually find that the easiest part personally, but it can be quite tricky as you learn about good placement and good balance. And again, it comes down to your personal preference. Don't be dictated by what I like on a page. You put whatever you like on a page. And what I want you to take out of my videos is some kind of tip or technique of something you can do. You know, whether it's to scraplift a layout, whether it's to, try a new product, to try a new technique, anything at all. As long as you watch the video and go away inspired, then I've achieved what I've set out to do. So finally, I've added the title on the page, and this is complete. So I thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed that. Please, of course, comment if you wish and subscribe to Kitaholic Kits.